Welcome back to me today, guys. It's time for another manga volume review. Welcome once again to my channel, guys. It's going to be on Bocchi the Rock. This is actually a series that, time of recording, it is a full anime already, so you guys can watch it on Crunchyroll. I haven't seen it. I've seen the first episode, actually. Let me rephrase that. Seen the first episode. I remember getting my first impressions on it. It did leave a good impression, which is why I was happy when Yen Press sent me this and for me to review. I'm almost done. I'm towards the end of the first volume. It is a little harder than I thought. It's very thin, but it's a 4-panel, and I'll explain why the 4 panels are sometimes harder to read. But before anything, if you haven't checked out Yen Press is a great company. They have a huge umbrella of many companies under them as well now. They are releasing and producing so many manga, light novels, manhwa, webtoons, you name it, they're releasing it. So they're doing a great job over there, and they definitely need the love and support from us, the consumers, because they're doing it for us, right? They're doing it for us to have more and not have to rely on getting viruses on our computers to get the the stuff that's releasing in Japan. So they're getting actually really close at releasing stuff, maybe not at the same time, but very close to release time over there as well. So it's actually very, very nice and very I guess it shows that they care for us. I guess that's what I'm trying to express. So before anything else, guys, also subscribe to my channel, especially if you're watching up to this point. Maybe you like me, maybe you know. Subscribe, you'll see more reviews for at least. There's also reactions and other stuff that I do here in my videos, so make sure you watch all the different stuff that I do. Let me know what you guys think. I know I've been releasing some best-selling manga in Japan, weekly videos, so if you like those, let me know. That way I can continue doing them. So okay, Bocchi the Rock. Now this one is specifically, like I said, I did know a little bit about going into it, so I knew what I was going into. It is an idol anime, but it's an idol moe anime, which it's not your like idol pop style. It's very much like a Zombieland Saga, where the girls are just being cute, but they also have like their deeper, maybe more dramatic stories to them as well. But cute is like the main thing. So we follow Hitori, who is the main girl here in the front, and then we do get other characters from the band. She wants to only be in a band. That's the whole premises of it, and essentially she learns how to play guitar. She starts making videos in middle school and goes through entire middle school without making friends or getting into a band. So in high school she devotes herself, to make it happen, and she kind of does in volume 1. She ends up being coerced into playing for a band who's missing their guitar player. She purposely takes her guitar so people can approach her, and it doesn't work well, because then this happens. Like she's ignored almost all day, and then this happens, and it basically, she's a huge introvert, huge social anxiety. So when all this is happening at once, she doesn't know how to react. Essentially, she just kind of goes with the flow. That's kind of how her shutdown ability happens. And she ends up being in this kind of restaurant bar looking place, and she's gonna play with this band, and she's freaking out. Well, she ends up not doing so good, and she doesn't show off her skills. Now we later find out that these girls really like this one specific VTuber or YouTuber, whatever you want to call them, that releases videos, and that's her. That's our main character, Hitori. But she doesn't want to confess it's her, because she obviously didn't show her skills well enough, and it's not because she can't play, it's because she can't perform, and that's two different things, and I'll explain. There are people I guess the best common example are singers that sing really well in rehearsal, sing really well amongst the people they know, but when it comes to singing in public, they just can't get the notes out, they can't get the words correctly, they start mumbling. It's just it's very hard. So they're good singers, not good performers. She's the same way, but in the guitar, which is actually very, very rare, because most guitar players, even though if they're shy, they're able to like release, like almost blockade everyone just by looking down, and just kind of go with the music. So anyways, but she has this. So the girls accept her and they bring her into the band, and then the rest of the series, I mean, really is just them adventuring and becoming a band. The guitar player girl that left comes back, confesses that she didn't know how to play guitar, which is why she left. So they started training her. They start doing various things together as a group. They start working together to make more money, to make amends because for them to be able to perform, they gotta pay a quote, and they're basically losing money at this point because they're not, they're not the best right now. So they're trying to get there, which they will. Other things they do is they go out and make posters together to attract people. In the beginning of the series, it's a lot of introduction of the characters and kind of showcasing the more eccentric extrovert girl, our main character, who's very introverted, doesn't know what to say, she mumbles a lot. And then we have like the dark girl who doesn't really say much, but when she does, it's pretty dark stuff. So we have the various girls in the group, and it's exciting. They are also pop culture references that sometimes they put slightly here and there that will kind of make you giggle, but yeah, overall it's a great series. It's a little harder to read, like I said, because it's the 4-panel, and 4 panels, they tend to put a lot of information in 4 panels because they're trying to get a whole day or a whole experience in 4 panels, right? Sometimes maybe 8 or 12, but you get pages like this where it's just a lot of dialogue or just information to the plot, which again, it's great, but don't let's be fooled by the size of it. Sometimes actually when I was going into manga, I would ignore books like this because they were so small. I'm like, I'm gonna be done with it, it's not worth buying. It's amazing how a book this thin will sometimes keep you reading longer than books that are thicker. So it is, and there is actually a big chunk of the end, like I want to say, yeah, all this right here is the afterword. So I'm really at the last 10 pages, to be honest, but this little section here that I'm holding is the afterword and all these translation notes and ads that they add at the end. So yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. So yeah, out of 10, Bocchi is gonna get me the manga at the very least an 8. It got me out of surprise, to be honest. It is one of the genres that I'm not really into, so when I find something that I like in genres that I'm not really into, I like to rate them high, because that shows that it not only attracts the genre lovers, it attracts people that are new to the genre or experimenting like I am. So because of that, props to the author, props to the creator, and yeah, it's a really good series. I'm hoping to watch the anime actually this week of Thanksgiving that's coming up. This video is kind of pre-recorded. It might be releasing during Thanksgiving actually, but yeah, anyways, I'm excited to have some anime to watch, and this is one that I have on my list. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing, and I will see you next time. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.